Right, so I got that, guys. Lost internet connection, but we are live in this week 14, game number 14 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Washington football team taking on the San Francisco 49ers from Levi's Stadium in San Francisco. Hopefully the internet doesn't go off again.
We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Alex Smith and the Washington football team. We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
Athletic, accurate, strong arm, knows how to make something out of nothing, and is also an excellent leader.
Garoppolo first down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Calling a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. A good safe pass there right at the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. Washington has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Given 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you get a guy that run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down.
He's worked relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now McKinnon escapes the defender and past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice game, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, now run with McKinnon. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. That's the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last bit of practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing before 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. That across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel on a touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, we have to dial in order to get off the field a lot faster. Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be let out by a familiar face, if not in the stadium, at least to these fans, a man who spent 7 years in a 49er uniform, Alex Smith.
And just when things were getting good for him in San Francisco, that's when he lost his job. The last game he played as a starter, he had 1 incompletion on the day before getting hurt, and never played another another game for the 49ers before going to Kansas City and having good success there.
So now how will he respond being back in the Bay Area? Time will tell.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Smith. Catch is made. It's Harmon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Smith throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a good day.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith got an open man. It's Harmon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Line of scrimmage to 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Yeah, he's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with it's not getting hit. Also means that he's able to find targets downfield at his leisure. That allows him to be really accurate.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And they went to the nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to help against the run.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And a reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down, that just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Now Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsors saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they want to get those products out there. They want to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Here's Richie James on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw right side, take it in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run got wind up netting him 33 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock. They build on their lead right before halftime.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. They run in a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe more down the other defense. We'll see. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith slings this deep from McLaurin, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He finds McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, it's Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Smith. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before break. Smith will lay this one out deep for Sims. And that is going to be incomplete. So we reach intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. We saw a fine first half from quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard that they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, John. They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coaches to stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run with McKesson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure we're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves and sticks.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got that little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move First and 10. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When they run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's second and 10 now for the 35. Throwing again, Smith. The throw taken in by Sims. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he steps away. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. To throw is Smith. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try it on second and goal here. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 10 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. The partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
And it's killed. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This is Mostert. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closer quickly at the end. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 9 yards yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's not critical about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now there's a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just like an absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line. That's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? But guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Smith. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside and gets in there to bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith, and he'll complete this to Gibson. And down he'll go at the 25.
Well, offensively, That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in cover. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Garoppolo. Kittle catching the slant. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards to pick up there. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Brendan, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Closer. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, some strong running. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good play. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They would clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Four yards remain for second down. From the 50, it's Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now it's Smith. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there. Good for Washington first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked it to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You know, I'll use it up early, right? Evon's aiming for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play in overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Here's James. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.
Well, guys, they have it. The Washington football team winners over the 49ers. We got in the stream, and I'll be back tomorrow for another live stream. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.